Welcome back. This is a continuation of my first video, the Returning Players Guide, and as promised, we're going to talk about some attacks. Here's a distribution of the number of players by Town Hall. Just thought this was cool. It's going to start with a Town Hall 11 attack, work our way up, and then hit up 9 and 10 at the end. Just like the first video, remember you can look at the video chapters and scroll to where it's relevant for you. Here's what I like for Town Hall 11. We have very standard heroes that have the same equipments as the OG equipments, so I didn't bother with any of the new equipments. Should be pretty friendly. Here's the army. Just go ahead and add it to your saved army. Just copy what I have on the screen. Alright, so here's the idea. So we have our main army, which is going to consist of pretty much everything except all of our bat spells. So the main army is going to go in along with the siege wrecker leading the way, and we're going to target these wizard towers. So another cool feature about attacking is that if you tap on a defense, it highlights all the range of that particular defense. Unfortunately, I don't think it works on friendly challenges, which is what I'm trying to showcase here, but that's okay. Essentially, the bat spell will pretty much destroy everything, but the wizard towers really eat it up, as well as the multi-inferno towers. So this would be a prime candidate base because we have one single tower. What I'm thinking is we're going to make a funnel, and then we send our main army in. So how do we make a funnel? Well, it's pretty simple. There's many ways you can do it, but in this case, I'm just going to put down a baby dragon on both sides. And then since I have 4 P.E.K.K.A.s, I'm going to just put down 2 on the side and 2 in the middle. I'm going to have the wall wrecker just down in the middle. It's going to just go towards the town hall. And then in the meantime, just a few wizards to help out. But then I'm just going to drop everything. I have 1 loon to tank for any, air traps because we got healers. And then 6 bowlers. Oh god, maybe they're going to go up, but that's okay. Hopefully the main army goes in. And then you want to just rage where everyone is at the middle there. It's okay, our queen went up. But we're going to have the siege. We're going to have Valkyries pop out of here soon. But we're just going to rage up all of those guys in there. Maybe hit up the king ability. We're hoping that that eagle goes down. And then we have our army of queen. Or the queen is leading the army up there. We're going to start our bats. So how that works is just all 5 are down. And then you just freeze as soon as they're about to hit a wizard tower. So now they get that, and the rest of the army is just flying through. I might as well just use the warden ability. I think this wizard tower, yes, it won't get hit because it's targeting something else. I mean, it freeze this one just before it attacks. And I think that should do it. I still have 2 freezes left over in case of emergencies, but there's no more defenses. This should be a pretty simple 3-star. So this is a little bit base dependent in terms of if you can find a base that has 2 multi-infernos, you're going to need to think a little harder of where to approach it. But in any way, we have 2 extra freezes. So as long as your main army is able to take out we took out 2 wizard towers and then a multi-inferno. That was kind of the key here. Let's do another attack just to show the power again. So in this case, we got a base with 2 multi-infernos, so this will be a good showcase. We're going to do the same idea. We're going to try to plan out where we want our army to go in. So if we go in from this side, maybe through this imaginary line here, our wall wrecker will start here. It'll be able to open up this first compartment that has the multi. It'll get to the eagle, and then eventually it'll drop somewhere in the middle. Hopefully it'll be distracting the multi long enough for our bats to kind of swoop in from the side. Let's just see how it goes. It's pretty much the same style. And we do the exact same thing, set up a funnel, and then just go in from there. So one way you can actually make your funnel a little better is by using a P.E.K.K.A. to kind of tank for your baby dragon. So you can go like this. Same thing on this side. P.E.K.K.A. will tank up that archer tower. And then we can go ahead and start sending in our wrecker. That baby dragon is going to snipe out that wizard tower too, which is perfect. And then there we go. Everything else comes in. This time I'm going to drop the bowlers first. Make sure they go in with everyone else. Let's rage up people once they're maybe here. You can see the raged bowlers really do kind of most of your splash. That king is going to soak up all of those. Oh, nice. That P.E.K.K.A. kills that wizard tower eventually. The bowlers split again, but that's okay. Our main army is still going to be through the middle. We'll rage up these guys right here. Hopefully, Oh, dang. No one's gonna hit up that wizard tower. That's okay. We'll start with a freeze and all the bats here. At least that wizard tower up there should be distracted long enough. Let's Eternal Tome so that the wizard tower will stay focused on the P.E.K.K.A that won't die. Perfect, the multi gets sniped. Then the rest of the army, I'm just focusing on the bats now. Perfect, the archer tower snipes that wizard tower. And yeah, this should be donezo. I'll just freeze to make sure there's no shenanigans. Probably have to freeze again here. A big part of this attack is getting down the timing on how long freezes last, but that's a pretty easy thing to get once you practice it a few times. So yeah, even though we have 2 multi-infernos in this base, the main army can punch pretty far in, and so a big part of this attack is knowing where to start your bats, because if your main army can tank for your bats, then you can save free spells to cover the rest of the base. So there we go. Alright, we're going to move on to Town Hall 12. Here's what I have. It's very, very similar to what you have at Town Hall 11. And actually, I would argue that you can use this army in Town Hall 11 and bat spells at Town Hall 12. It just really depends on the base and what you can get the most value out of. This is the hybrid attack, and we're going to be focusing on the queen charge aspect of it. So here's the base that we got going on. We got 2 main targets as Town Hall 12. You're going to look for the Town Hall, which fights back, and the Eagle. In this case, they're positioned pretty close together. So what I'm going to try to do is hit out this multi with my queen charge, go in through here with the queen. Hopefully I clear out this compartment. And then I'll put my king and siege barracks on the other side. They'll start working on the defenses over here. And then hopefully, if it's cleared up enough, I can send the main army straight down the gut and kill this and this. Hopefully my warden ability will be able to reach this town hall. So I'm going to make sure that the funnel is very wide. So how I'm going to do that is this queen charge will start here to try to see if it can take out the defenses on this side. Maybe pop a little wall break. I gotta also make sure to funnel so my queen doesn't walk too far away. That baby dragon might be dead, so I'm just gonna Valkyrie that storage, make sure the queen has nowhere to go. That also draws the CC troops, which is okay. In the meantime, I'm just going to start the king and the siege barracks. They clear out the other side. Now let's turn our attention back to the queen. 2 ice golems is going to be really annoying. That's going to take a while. Hopefully they just move along there. Yeah, that queen is going to be there for a while because of that. Those 2 ice golems. Okay, but the funnel seems to be clearing out okay-ish. I really hope the king would have went inside. That's okay. These are about to pop, so let's just send in the main army miners first, and then hogs. And then like this, we'll get a headhunter for... that defending queen's about to die. It's okay. Rage up our queen charge, keep her alive, and then let's see here. Heal, and let's rage to try to get through these high health HP buildings. That should be enough. I need that warden to walk up so I can warden tome. Bang! Okay. I think that pretty much tanked like everything I needed it to. And then now we just heal over the bomb tower. And then we got plenty of spells to hopefully finish us off. That minion prince is kind of annoying, but should be okay here. I still have a big chunk of this army. Or at least I think. Help out this guy. Maybe I'll freeze up this. I don't want my queen dying. And then maybe I'll just rage these guys. And then one more freeze should be enough. That was not a good rage. Maybe it's good enough. Oh, I might be failing on time here. Uh-oh. I'll just freeze to make sure they don't die. Ooh, this is not good. Oh no. Dang, there's 2 walls to break through. Hopefully the miners are strong enough. Oh, that minion prince. Hopefully it's enough. It might be. Okay, that was a little close for comfort, but we did end up getting it. If that king walked up into that compartment, we would have been fine. Let's do a little review here. So notice how I'm clearing out quadrants of the base, and I'm leaving this middle area to have my main army pass through. If I was able to put like more funnel to clear out these two guys, the king would have went inside, tanked for all these wizards, and probably would have been clearing out all of this stuff. So that was a little mishap. I should have funneled that better. Let's do another Town Hall 12 attack. This can showcase that even though your queen charge might not get the most value, it's still important that it cut out a funnel. So I'm thinking we queen charge from down here, the bottom side, and then we have our siege barracks on the upper side, and then we'll create a lane through the middle for all of our main army to eventually reach this core. I'm gonna have to make sure that the queen cuts out all of these defenses so that the hogs have nowhere to go except in. Let's see how it goes. Same deal. Make sure your balloon goes down. This wall break is actually kind of important. It needs to go in. I'll just put the baby dragon on this side. Nice. Queen should be going in. Let's focus on this other side now. See if we can break this wall. I'm gonna make sure the king does not go too far away. Okay. Oops, I missed that. That's a mistake. I shouldn't have used my queen ability there. I should have put a freeze down on that inferno. That's okay. I'll rage up here. Poison that. Okay. So it seems like the funnel is being made correctly on the other side. And now it just... There is a pretty, straightforward path. It seems like everything will just go. Let's just go. Okay, probably heal up. Everyone is a little low, but that heal spell is pretty good. We'll rage through the high HP area again. We need our warden to move in to cover the bomb. Okay, it won't cover everything, but that'll be not bad. And then let's see, we have one more rage. They're cleaning up over there. Maybe I'll rage up these guys. We still have another freeze spell. We didn't even use our headhunter. So there was a situation, again, just running it back, where as long as you create a good funnel, queen cleared out pretty much all of this side. King and siege barracks cleared up pretty much all of this side. There was a very clear lane for all our troops to pop through the middle, and that's exactly what happened. And then the rest of our spells is able to carry us over, and then that warden ability through the middle is pretty crucial. Very strong attack. Next for Town Hall 13, we'll see that it's pretty much the same army. I'm showcasing this because it works very well with the default equipment that you have as OG players, and as a returning player, that's probably the equipment you have the highest level of. So this is why I want to showcase this, because this hybrid attack still works super well. And so what we're going to have different in this Town Hall 13 version is we're going to showcase the Clan Castle Troop using a Flame Flinger. So it's pretty much the same idea as the hybrid for Town Hall 12. We want to cut a quadrant of the base with the Queen, an other quadrant with our King and Siege Barracks, or in this case the Flame Flinger, and then we send the rest of the army down through the middle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send my Queen through this side and try to see if we can eventually reach the Eagle. The Flame Flinger is going to take out all of these defenses. So how the Flame Flinger works is different than the Siege Barracks. You make sure that if the base doesn't have any mortars on the outside, then the Flame Flinger will get a lot of value. Mortars and Expos are the only ones that can target the Flame Flinger. So if we put our Flame Flinger out here, over in this corner, it pretty much will clear out all of these for free. So yeah, let's see it in action. I'm going to have my... Actually, the Flame Flinger probably takes the longest, so that is what's going to go out first. You just plop it down, it very slowly clears out that corner. Let's just start up here. Same deal. Queen. We can baby dragon this side. Try to see if we can break this wall. Okay. And then let's clear out this helper hut. Maybe, okay, well, Queen should go in here. See if we can break another wall. Ah, that was a bad wall break. Okay, well, even if the Queen doesn't go in, it's okay. We're just gonna go ahead and wait a little bit more for the Queen to see what she does. If your healers end up getting targeted, You can place a little invis. Let's rage her up. See if she can probably get that out. Okay, nice. We're gonna wait for the clan castle to start. Okay, so now we're gonna improvise. We're gonna clean up the other side with the king and send our main army down here through this middle. That queen should be able to chill for a while. So miners first, and then hogs. King kind of dies for free. That's okay. We're gonna send the main army through here. It's a lot of damage, but hopefully that heal spell is able to... Maybe we should freeze. Also freeze this town hall. They're all going in through that middle place right now. We need a good warden ability. Hopefully they get a little closer to that town hall. No, why did he go to the side? I need him to go back in. Maybe now. Hopefully that... Okay, it was a little early, but I think this should be good enough. We have pretty much all of our guys still up, and another freeze. Let's just use the Royal Champion. Yeah. Okay, that was not the most cleanest, but I think it showcases some nice improvisation when you see the queen go off to the side. Actually, let me do that in replay. Alright, so the Flame Flinger does its work, pretty much cuts out the quadrant of the base by itself. And then we see the queen go in here. I got a little too confident. I thought that the queen would not go to the side. I should have put more funnel to take out these two buildings immediately, so the queen would definitely go inside. But that's on me, so the queen kind of went to the side. This is a case where you need to think quick on your feet how to improvise. So I noticed that the queen and the Flame Flinger end up kind of converging. So this isn't really much of a funnel anymore. So I quickly try to think, how can I improvise? So we have one side of the base cut out. The middle is still pretty much untouched. So if I can clear out this side a little bit, and exactly what I did with my king, I can send the main army down up here through the middle and have it travel down through the middle. So that ends up working out. You can see the funnel is pretty small. The king ability itself doesn't get much value, but that's okay. The king has done its job, cleared out this little section. And you see the Raged Barbarians actually do a good amount of work there. So that basic equipment actually is still pretty solid. It clears out the whole quadrant by itself, which allows the main army to travel down through the middle. That Warden ability ends up being not the best. Yeah, I mean, the Warden kind of went to the side, but that's okay. The main army still is able to travel down. And then the Queen, we made sure that she's alive the whole time because she can help clean up the back end of the base, which, you know, that ends up giving us a nice little 3-star there. Let's just watch it through one more time. I just want to talk. But I think it's cool to try different attack strategies. So I personally don't know that many more Town Hall 13 attack strategies besides hybrid. There's probably a lot available on YouTube. However, most attack strategies are going to require some of the more fancy equipment. So this hybrid strategy is always a good one to go for if you don't really have a lot of equipment that is high level. That's kind of why I like to showcase it. But I mean, a big part of the game is trying different attack strategies, and so I think it's worthwhile to maybe try to invest in new ores and new equipment to experience different ways to play the game. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with just playing hybrid as well. So, you know, because it's a very strong attack. I mean, it even works really well for Town Hall 14. This is a crazy throwback, but back when my main account was Town Hall 14, this is a stupid video that kind of showcases the strength of the...
What is going on, gamers?
Oh my god.
Today we will be showing
Yeah,
you
this
how
one...
to do the Queen Charge hybrid at Town Hall 14.
It's pretty much the same thing. You can watch this stupid video, but I mean, it's the same points that I've been going over. So yeah, like I said... Oh my god. So like I said, there's a lot of different attacks that will work for Town Hall 14. Especially with access to the pets, you can have some more creative ideas. But I mean, the hybrid is just like a tried and true, like it doesn't go wrong. So there's no harm in just using hybrid again for Town Hall 14, but obviously you should explore and check out other attack strategies. Just search them on YouTube. Because yeah, in Town Hall 14, literally the only difference is the fact that you have the poison bomb in the Town Hall, but it's the same thing where you're using the Warden to Eternal Tome over the Town Hall anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So Town Hall 15 is probably the highest Town Hall that I'll show an attack for. I mean, at this point, if you're Town Hall 15 or 16, you probably don't need a returning player's guide. But anyway, thought I'd showcase kind of an attack that's using these new equipments a little more, so maybe a veteran wouldn't necessarily know. But we're going to showcase the Royal Champion Charge and then pair that up with the rest of the army, which is Super Hog Riders. So Super Troops are pretty cool as well. They do cost a little bit, but okay, hold on. Let me try to plan this in 20 seconds. So the Royal Champion Charge is utilizing the Rocket Sphere to take out defenses at long range and then use invisibility spells to get to the rest of the base. I'm going to try to see if I can take out that Eagle. Yeah, you'll witness that the Rocket Spear basically allows you to shoot from long range. This will make your Royal Champion out of target for defenses, so then you can save more invisibility spells. I'm going to use one, count to 4, 3, 4. It's the duration of an invisibility spell. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to get much else. We're going to just damage that a little bit. We're just going to nope the champion back out with the recall spell. And now we want to focus on getting value out of our log launcher, which is going to hit a straight line, probably the best from this angle. So we do a nice little funnel. And then our main attack just consists of 2 heroes. Pretty simple. Hopefully that king can tank in. It's going to get pretty good in there, I think. 3 wall breakers, just why not? The rest of our army is going to head probably up there as soon as I make sure that these guys can go in. See the power of the equipment right there, but okay, let's just send in the rest of our Hog Riders. We're going to put in a Royal Champion back out of the recall spell. Ooh. Okay, those people die. Maybe we'll heal up right here. Get a rage going. And then hopefully this warden walks up more. Hero. Big heal. The rage helps them move out of the way. Hog Riders at the end to clear out the other defenses so there's a nice little path. And now we just gotta hope that it was enough. Yeah, run out of time here, but that's alright. Just to kind of showcase the power of some of these new equipments, it can just be pretty fun to play with different styles of attacking. Okay, I said I would do a Town Hall 9 attack, but I'm on my engineered base here, a little relic from the past, but this current war, this is not really this is a Town Hall 8, so it's kind of hard to showcase the power, and the next base up is Town Hall 11, so there's no good target, and finding a match is not going to give me a good... I'm not going to trophy push like 400 trophies just for this video, so I would say my advice for Town Hall 9 is to just use like all dragons, or I mean at this stage, like you could just upgrade your Town Hall, honestly. Like that's my suggestion. It's so quick and it's so cheap these days to upgrade everything. They made a lot of cost reductions. Everything is so much cheaper and upgrades so quickly. Like look at this cannon, just 2 hours. And so honestly, like my advice for Town Hall 9 and 10 is to just upgrade your Town Hall. Go to Town Hall 11. You get access to the Grand Warden, which makes it a lot more fun anyway. So I think you strategically rush to Town Hall 11 and just go from there, because honestly the lower Town Halls are becoming a little more irrelevant these days because it's so easy to just move past them. Alright, so we've made it to the end of the video. Realized at the end that it's mainly just me glazing the high bid strategy, but honestly, like most of these ground attacks are pretty much the same thing. I'm a big fan of the ground attacks. I think they're just easier to handle because it's really just the same formula over and over. You make a funnel and then your main army goes down the middle. You just got to get good at kind of making a funnel, and then the other thing is just like practicing the queen charge. If you're not satisfied with just watching your Town Halls section in this video, I suggest you watch the whole video. I kind of go over a lot of tips about funneling and just attacking in general. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what other guides I can make.